Hi there, once again. I'm here today to discuss about when can you call it spirituality and when can you call it a mental illness. So, here is a simple explanation of how to differentiate whether a person is having spiritual experiences or it's a mental illness. So the difference is not like you can go into a diagnostic manual to understand that this is mental illness and this is spirituality. No, there is no such manual for it. So that is why the simplest way I can let you know is the five things are most important over here. What are those five things? One, you're sleeping properly, on time. You are having good, healthy sleep on a day to day basis, or at least on most of your days. Second, you are eating properly. You're not missing meals or you're not overeating. You are eating more of a balanced diet. I'm not talking about like, strict balanced diet, but you're eating what you like and you love eating, you enjoy eating. So you're a healthy eater. Third part is, are you going to work regularly? Are there certain things impacting your routine life, which includes, of course, work? So, are you focused? Are you having the adequate concentration you need at work? And if you are not a job goer, you're still studying, then it comes down to, are you having focus and concentration in studying? Are you regular with your classes? How are you performing in your examinations? The next point is, as I talked about, your routine. Like, I'm not talking about whether you have a set routine and do you follow it to the T. No. But do you have a certain routine? Like, morning itself, you wake up and you have a certain routine towards the afternoon, towards the evening, at night. And on weekends, you have a certain different routine. Or are your days too fluctuating? Like, you don't have any routine set. You just do things as it comes. You're impulsive about certain things. You're restless about certain things. And you feel overwhelmed by the end of the week. So, how is your routine set? Are you comfortable with that routine? So, apart from these 4 points, the fifth point is socialization, the social skills. I know that a lot of spiritual healers think that being alone is a good thing. I'm not denying that. Because what happens is, when you start taking your journeys within, you tend to feel a little bit more comfortable being alone and doing your thing rather than, just continuously socializing, meeting friends, meeting a lot of people, talking, chatting. So there are a lot of people who, when they find that journey within themselves, they end up feeling that I don't want to socialize so much. That is fine. But does it mean that all those people who do not socialize are spiritual beings or have found spirituality or are taking a journey within? So here the answer lies, a little different. So the same healers or those who are walking on a spiritual journey who feel that they don't feel like socializing, but at times they do come across people. Sometimes they do have to go out. Sometimes they do have to interact with people around. It could be distant neighbors or family members, calling them on phone or meeting them. So in such scenarios, if that person is comfortable enough to have that conversation, that social conversation, although it is not spirituality, which is talked in the conversations, if that person is able to have that communication with people around, if they are exposed to the people around them, then that is spirituality. But if you are so socially isolated that when you come across people, you're still not able to hold that communication, you have weird feelings within you. You feel like, oh God, I don't want to be here. I'm not liking all these energies. If you're not able to balance yourself, but let your feelings take over, and you're not able to function properly in social situations, then there can be a possibility of some kind of mental health issue. So these are the 5 points one needs to be aware and alert to. And the reason why I came out with this video today is I have often come across a lot of people who have routine issues, sleep issues, social issues, that is social communication issues, or being in a social environment with other people. And then they have read a lot of spiritual books. They talk spirituality. They also talk about their experiences, how they get messages, how they get messages from the universe, from the angels, from the divine. Because they have read it somewhere or the other, or somewhere they also start believing in it. But their actual life, there are certain things which are disturbed and which are not aligned in their real life. The things which I just talked about, the 5 things. So there comes the difference between mental illness, delusions, hallucinations, and on the opposite end is the spirituality. So this is the way in which one can differentiate between delusions, hallucinations happening due to a mental illness, and also actually getting divine messages, actually connecting to angels, divine energies, getting the messages, and helping others. That is actual spirituality. So if you're fine on these 5 things and still you are feeling connected to the universe, you are a spiritual being. But if any of these 5 things are not aligned and balanced, not in equilibrium, it's time for you to actually look for help from people around you. Blessings to you, and I hope this helps all. Take care.